السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Inshallah, today we are continuing from where we stopped in the previous lesson. And if you can remember, in the previous lesson, we're looking at the introduction to the basic classification of the verbs in Sarf. The basic classification of the verbs. We look at the Sahih verbs and then the Mu'tallu verbs. Then we look at the various categorization under these two categories. So inshallah, today we are going to be looking at the misal verbs in particular. This was the chart that we looked at in the previous lesson, if you can remember, right? We talk about the classification of the fi'l mu'tallu. One of it was the misal, ajwaf and the naqis. So our concentration is on misal for this lesson. So we are going to look at misal and then we read from the book, inshallah. So please observe here. If you can remember, previously we said that the misal were the verbs where they have a harf illa, but the harf illa is the fa of it. Is the first root letter of the verb. So the harf illa is the first root letter. It is the fa position. If you compare it like fa'ala, if you compare it on the scale of fa'ala, okay, the first root letter is the harf illa. Example, wa'ada. You see it is beginning with waw, which is a harf illa. Then yabisa. It is beginning with ya, which is a harf illa. So that is what we said the misal were. So here we are going to look at its conjugation. We are going to look at how it is conjugated, the misal verbs, because they are not, they have a little bit of deviation from the normal conjugation of verbs. I hope that is clear. We have looked at how to conjugate fi'l al-mudari'. So for example, if I say zahaba, what is the mudari'? You will tell me it is yazhabu. Okay, jalasa, what is the mudari'? You will tell me yajlisu. But the misal verbs, the verbs which begin, or the verbs whose root letters begin with a harf illa, they have a different way of conjugation when it comes to the mudari' and the amr as well. The amr, the command, if you want to see it, their command, there's a little bit of difference compared to the other verbs in terms of how they are conjugated. So we'll look at it today, inshallah. So please observe here. Here it says that in the tasrif al-misal, where in the tasrif, the sarf, okay, the conjugation of the misal verbs. This is what happens. How do we conjugate them? Look, listen here. He says that tuhzafu fa'uhu. One thing I must also mention is that al-misal verbs, they are two categories. See here, I forgot to mention that in the previous lesson. Misal verbs can be two. Okay, and that is misal wawi and the misal yayi. So misal wawi meaning that it is misal, but the harf illa. Of course, we said misal verbs, the first root letter or in the fa, the position of the fa is a harf illa, but not just any harf illa. If it is waw, we call it misal wawi. If it is ya, we call it misal yayi. Of course, alif doesn't begin a word. You can see a word in the nakira form beginning with alif. How that is clear. Okay, so because there's no way you can pronounce it. Okay, you can pronounce it. So wa'ada yabisa. It is either beginning with waw or yayi. So if it is beginning with waw, we call it misal wawi, meaning the first half for illa is specifically waw. I hope that is clear. And then misal yayi, meaning the first root letter is specifically yayi, but not just any harf illa. I hope that is clear. So that's the two difference of. So here he says that tuhzafu fa'uhu. The fa, the first root letter, of course, that's the fa kelma. Tuhzafu is removed fil mudari wal amr. In the mudari and in the amr. So please know something in the mudore and in the amr. What I said, it may not be clear to you. Inshallah, just wait patiently. In the next few seconds, inshallah, everything will be clear when we look at the example. We'll look at examples. So don't let it bother you if you are not understanding this sentence. So he says that the foul is removed in the conjugation of the mudore and then the amr. So observe something. If I have something like zahaba, like here, see this thing. Let me change the color so that it will become apparent for everybody to see. Okay, so if I have this, observe this. Zahaba, the mudore is what? Yazhabu. I hope you can see yazhabu. Now if I have fa'ala, the mudore will be what? Yaf'alu or yaf'ilu. So what he's saying here is that this is for normal verbs. Okay, but when we look at misal verbs, verbs which begin with harf al-illa, I mean in the far position, there, when you are to conjugate the mudore, it's a little bit different. How? Observe here. If I say wajada, that is a fi'l misal, it has a harf al-illa, so it is mu'talu. And then it is in the far position, fa'ala. It is, so see here, fa'ala. If you compare it to here, the waw is in the position of the fa, the jim is in the position of the ain, the lam is in the position of the dal, if you correspond them. So in the far position, the position of the fa, we use fa'ala as a reference point. So in the position, comparing it, the harf al-illa is in the position of the fa. So it is a misal verb. Okay, we said that when you have to conjugate it, of course, we all know the conjugation of verbs, like we have done it before, the mudore, how to conjugate the mudore. So, for example, fa'ala will be yaf'alu, zahaba will be yazhabu. So here, wajada, you say yawjidu. It's just like jalasa, yajlisu. So wajada, yawjidu. But so this is the normal pattern that we all know. This is what we have learned. You add yaw, and then you turn the first letter, the first original letter to school, the vowel on it, you turn it to school. So example, jalasa, you now say yaji, lisu. So the same here, wajada, yawjidu. This is the normal form we know, but this is not so for the misal verbs. We will stop here. In the misal verbs, that's what he says, tuhzafu fa'uhu fil mudari. The foul is removed in the mudore. When you are conjugating the mudore, you have to remove it. So here, what do we do? Which letter correspond to the foul? Which letter correspond to the foul here? If you look at the foul, this is the foul. Okay. What correspond to it is the wow. I hope that is clear. So when you come to the mudore, you have to remove it. You have to remove the wow. And so when we remove it, it will now be what? Yajidu. So that is what you have here as the mudore. The mudore will now be what? Yajidu. So that's what he says. When we are in the tasrif al-misal, in the conjugation of misal, tuhzafu fa'uhu fil mudore wal amr. The mudore, in the mudore and the amr, the fa'u, that is the harf al-illa, it will always be the harf al-illa, is removed. Tuhzafu, it is removed. I hope that is clear. So wajada yawjidu, but you won't say yawjidu when it is misal. You remove the harf al-illa and it will be yajidu. So you see yajidu. Another example, wasala. This sort of, so if normally it will be yawsilu. You see, yaf'alu, yawsilu. But you remove the waw. So it's sort of yawsilu, it will be yasilu, not yawsilu. You remove the waw. I hope that is clear. Wahaba, you see it is beginning with waw. It's a misal verb. So wahaba. So you now be, normally it will be what? Yawhabu. But you remove the waw and it will be what? Yahabu. So you see, yahabu liman yasha'u. Like Allah says, yahabu liman yasha'u. He grants to whomever he wants, to be bestowed to whomever he wants. Now in the mudore, the same thing. If you look at the conjugation of I'm saying in the mudore, sorry, in the amr, the command. We said in the conjugation of amr, what you simply do is you remove the first letter. So here, because it is beginning with school, the first letter is having school, you cannot pronounce it. So you have to introduce Hamzatul Wasl. Okay, and then you give it Kesra, depending on what is here. So izhab, I hope that is clear. We are introducing the Hamzatul Wasl because the first letter is, after removing the yaw, the first letter is now the zal. Okay, but because it's having school, a word that begins with school on its first letter is not possible to read. You can't mention it. Okay, if a word is beginning with school on the first letter, it's not something you can mention. So that's why we add the Hamzatul Wasl. Other than that, it is not necessary. So observe here. So here you see that it is not the mudore is not this, it's rather this yajidu. So assuming we want to conjugate the mudore, what do? We remove the yaw, right? See here, we are removing the yaw. So after removing the yaw, the first letter is now the jim, which is having kesra. It's not school. So if it is school, that's where we need to put the Hamzatul Wasl. But if it is not having school, there's no need to put Hamzatul Wasl because we can read it. So the only thing we do is to change the last letter to school. I hope that is clear. And that one is something we all know. Okay. So here you will say izhabu. You say izhab. Okay. Ijlis. That one there we all know. We put school on the last letter. It's something normal. So we won't put the Hamzatul Wasl. You just need to change the last letter to school. And it will be jid. So jid is the amr. Jid. Okay. Jid. What jada means he found. Jid is a command form. Find. So. Okay, so the same thing. Wasola. So it will be yawusilu. That's the normal form, but that's not the mudore. The mudore be what? Yasilu, not yawusilu. You remove the waw. All the misal verbs which begin with harf al-illa, as they are on the far, the far kalima position, as the first at the far position, the position where the far is, okay, compared to the scale of fa'ala, they will always have the harf al-illa removed when you are conjugating the mudore. I hope that is clear. So wasola, it will be yawsilu, but that's not the final one. The final one will be what? Yasilu, not yawsilu, yasilu. So if I have like this, yasilu. I hope you can see yasilu. So it's initially this, it's initial like this. See something? It's initial like this. Wa sola. So if I want to conjugate the mudore, we said that you have to add yaw here, and then you put school here. This one is everybody. Okay, yaw, and then yaw take kesra. I hope that is clear. So yawsilu, wasola yawsilu. This is the mudore. But as I said, this is for normal verbs. But in misal verb, a verb beginning with a harf al-illa, you can remember in the madi it was wasola. So you have to remove the harf al-illa. That's what we are learning here. Tuhzafu fa'uhu fil mudore. The letter which was in the far position, and that's the waw, you have to remove it, and it will be what? Yasilu. So this is the mudore. Yasilu. But of course, if you want to conjugate the amr, the command, we said that we are supposed to remove the first letter, so the ya will have to go away. But you see, it can be read silu. Of course, we have to put school on the last letter. We don't end commands. Commands always end with school. Izhab, ijlis. Okay, ikra, not ikra'u, not ijlisu, not izhabu. We don't. Commands always end with school. Okay, in most cases, especially the mujarrad verbs. So sil, as we see, sil. So this is the command. Sil means, wasala means he arrived. So the command is sil. Okay. So that is how the conjugation of the mudore and the amr is when it comes to the misal verbs. I hope this is very clear to you. Inshallah, if there is any ambiguity, try to draw our attention. We'll explain it to you, inshallah, in more details. Okay, so that's the main thing that we wanted to mention here. But also here he says that there's two things that we need to know. The first one is مجردا ثلاثي واوية مكسور العين في المضارع. When it comes on the pattern of fa'ala yaf'ilu, that is when we do this. Okay, wajada yawjidu, you see it is when the mudari is having kasra. Okay, wasala yawsilu. Okay, that's when you remove it and you turn it to yasilu. Yawsilu, it will now turn to yasilu. Okay, yawjidu now turn to yajidu. I hope that is clear. Okay. The second thing that he mentioned is maftuhul ayn fil madi wal mudari. When the ayn is having fatha in the madi and in the mudari, so waqa'a yaqa'u, waqa'a yaqa'u. The middle letter, okay, assuming it is 3 letters. The middle letter, that's the ayn. Okay, if you conjugate fa'ala, the middle letter, that's the ayn position. So the maftuhul ayn, the middle letter, the ayn position, the letter which is in the position of the ayn, and that's the middle letter, is having fatha in the madi and in the mudari. Then that's when we do that also. That's when we remove it. So the tuhzafu al-fa'u, the removal of the harf al-illa in conjugating the mudari and the amr is only applicable when these two things are there. The verb we are doing comes on the pattern of fa'ala yaf'ilu. I hope that is clear. Or it comes on the pattern of fa'ala yaf'alu. So that is when we remove the harf al-illa. Of course, this is more theoretical. When we go to the book, inshallah, we have to read from the book. All this will become very clear to us. So please, don't hesitate. If there's anything, don't hesitate to inform us. But don't, as I said, when we go to the book, we'll see practical. We'll see a lot of examples. And any ambiguity that we have, and it will be cleared. I hope that is clear. So here, observe here. Fa'ala yaf'alu pattern. Wada'a yawda'u. So it's not always that here we have kasra. It can also have fatha. Okay. Wada'a yawda'u. Actually, we have something like this. You can't leave it like this. If it is because it is beginning with harf al-illa, you can't leave it like this. You have to remove the harf al-illa in the mudari when you are conjugating the mudari. So you can't leave it yawda'u and say that's the mudari. It will now be yada'u. The waw, which is the harf al-illa, it will have to be removed. So it will now be yada'u. I hope that is clear. And when you are conjugating the amr, of course, we all know conjugating amr, how amr is conjugated. You remove the yai. If there is kun on the first letter, you put harf al-illa. I'm saying you put alif. Okay. Hamzatul wasl, rather. You put hamzatul wasl, and then you turn the last letter to sukun. So, but here, of course, the first letter after the yaw has been cancelled. The first letter now is the dot, which is not having sukun. It is mutaharrak. Okay, mutaharrik. It is having a vowel on it. So the dot is having fatha. So we'll just simply turn here to sukun, and then it will now be dot. So dot is the amr. What dot means he placed, okay, or he put something on something. That's what dot. Okay, yada'u is the mudari, and then the amr is dot. Put. So I can say dot kitabaka huna. Put your book here, or place your book here. Okay. So that is the amr from dot. Okay. So now let's enter the book, inshallah, and see more examples. So here what he's saying is, here of course we have a dialogue between Bashir and then Al-Mudarris, and then Ahmad Usu, Ahmad. So let's look at their dialogue that they are having. Bashir is the first person to speak. He begins by saying that, Ya Fadilat al-Shaykh, oh, Honorable Sheikh, Nuridu an nashtariya hadha al-mu'jam. We want to buy this dictionary. Allazi ma'aka, which is with you. Walakinnana la najiduhu fil maktabat. But we didn't find it in the maktabat, in the bookstores. I hope that is clear. Maktabat, bookstores, or the libraries. So he's saying that we want to buy it. So this is an example of, this verb is coming from wajada, You see, wajada, yajidu. It is not yawjidu. So for example here, if I want to say we are going, you say what? Nazhabu, nazhabu. So if you want to do similar thing here, you see nawjidu, nawjidu. But here you remove the wow. So you say najidu, not nawjidu, like yazhabu, yajlisu. You now say, you will say nawjidu. You say what? Najidu. So najiduhu. That's why it is najiduhu in the mudore. I hope that is clear. Because it is a misal. And then we have just learned that the misal, you remove the foul in the conjugation of the amra when it's fulfill those two conditions. So walakinnana la najiduhu fil maktabat. I hope that is clear. And Mudarris, the teacher says that tajidunahu fil maktabatil kabirati allati amama al masjid. You will find it. Tajidunahu. You will find it. So it is initial tawjiduna. Okay, like yazhabuna, yajlisuna, tawjiduna. It is like that, tawjiduna. But as we have learned, you have to remove the wow, and then it will be not tawjiduna, tajiduna, tajiduna. So that's why it says tajidunahu fil maktabati al-kabirati allati amama al-masjid. You find it in the big library which is in front of the masjid. He says that tajiduna fiha ma'ajim arabiyatan wa ajnabiyatan wa masahif min biladin mukhtalifatin. He says that tajiduna fiha ma'ajim. You find in it ma'ajim arabiyya, Arabic dictionaries, wa ajamiyya, and foreign dictionaries. Ajamiyun means foreign. Okay. So you find in it ma'ajim arabiyya wa ajnabiyya. You find in it Arabic dictionaries and also foreign dictionaries. Wa masahifa min biladin. And the copies of the Quran is called the Mushaf. Okay. So wa masahif min biladin mukhtalifatin, from different countries. You find copies of the Quran from different countries. Wa suhufan min jami'i anha'il alam. And suhuf, okay, the newspapers from collective areas of the world, min jami'i anha'il alam, all areas of the world. You find it in this particular bookstore. Yadkhulu Ahmad. Ahmad is entering. Okay. So Ahmad is joining the dialogue. Ahmad says that Ya fadilat al-shaykh, oh virtuous shaykh, ana la ajidu mahfazati. I didn't find my wallet. Mahfazatun is something that you store your money in, something that that takes care of your money. Of course, you can say hafizah. Hafizah means to preserve something. Okay, to take care of something, to preserve. Okay, to preserve something. So let's say mahfazatun, like the wallet. It stores your money for you. So that's the wallet. So ana la ajidu. So it is initially wajada yawjidu. So I would have said awjidu. But it's not so. Here you see ajidu because it is a misal verb. It begins with wow. In the madi, the madi is wajada, which is beginning with wow. So we will say awjidu, we say ajidu. I hope that is clear. And ala ajidu mahfazati. So he is complaining that he hasn't found his wallet. Al-Mudarris, the teacher says that afiha nukudun kasiratun. Is it a net? Afiha is a net, or is there a net? Nukudun kasiratun, a lot of cash. Okay, nukud is the power of naqdun, which is cash. So he is asking whether there's a lot of cash, plenty cash in it. Ahmad says that naam, yes. Fiha 300 riyalin. In it there is 300 riyals. Al-Mudarris, the teacher says, Aina wada'taha. Where did you place it? So you can see wada'a. Wada'a, that's the mudare, which means to place. Wada'a, it is beginning with wow. So he's sort of saying, so that's why, okay, so let's see what he'll say. Ahmad says that wada'tuha ala al-maktabi huna wa kharajtu li ashrab al-ma. Wada'tuha ala al-maktab. I place it on the maktab here, on the table here. وَخَرَجْتُ لِأَشْرَبَ الْمَاءِ, and I went out to drink water. This is what he said. Okay. Now let's look at what the teacher is saying. The Mudarris, the teacher says that لِمَا وَضَعْتَهَا عَلَى الْمَكْتَبِ, why did you place it on the table? هَذَا خَطَأٌ كَبِيرٌ, this is a great mistake, or this is a big mistake. هَذَا خَطَأٌ كَبِيرٌ, this is a big mistake. يَجِبُ أَن تَضَعَهَا فِي جَيْبِكَ. Okay, it is necessary, or it is necessary to put it in your pocket. Yajib, the verb here is wajaba. So you see wajaba, it is beginning with waw. Wajaba, yajibu. Wajaba means for something to be necessary, or for something to be incumbent upon you, especially when it comes with Allah. Okay, yajibu alayka. You see, mostly it comes with Allah. When it comes with Allah, it mostly means necessary. Something is necessary for you to do it. So yajibu means that it is necessary. So wajaba itself is a misal verb. It begins with waw, okay, which is harf illa on the fa, the first letter, the first root letter, the fa position. So yajibu, so that's yajibu. So yajibu, so it is initially yawjibu, but you remove the waw. So yajibu and tada'aha fi jaybika. It's necessary that you put it in your pocket. The jayb is a pocket. Awajada ahadun. So the teacher is asking the students, Awajada ahadun mahfazatahu ya ikhwan. He's asking them, oh my brothers, have any of you found his wallet? Khalid says, La, no, lam najidha ya sheikh. We haven't seen it, oh sheikh. So you see here, he didn't say lam nawujid. It's initially wajada yawjidu. So nawujidu, but najidu. You see, najid. The lam, this lam, we have seen lam before. Lam is a harf jasmin. That is why here has become majzoom. The dal, you can see the dal is taking school because of the lam. The lam is a harf jazm. You have seen that before. Wa kalbin, okay, wa nafyin. So the lam has made the dal to take school. It is initial najidu, which was from nawjidu, but the waw dropped because it is a misal verb. So lam najidha, we haven't found it. Ya sheikh, oh sheikh. Umar says that ha hiya zi ya ustaz. It is here, oh ustaz. Ha hiya zi, it is here, oh ustaz. This ha, we call it harful tanbih. What happens is that whenever you have something like this, haza, okay, like this, okay, haza, like this, okay, haza. The first ha is made up of two things. When you see haza, it's made up of two things. The first ha, we call it harful tanbih. Harful tanbih is used to draw attention or to give alert. So like you are coming to say, you are telling someone, hey, your book is on the table. Hey, your book is on the table. So that hey that you said first is to draw attention. So it's the same, it's similar function as this ha that we call harful tanbih. So this harf, we call it harful tanbih, the actual ishara, the actual part of the haza which gives reference, which is the ishara, is the za. The za is what comes to give, to refer to the thing you are calling on to. Okay, so if it is masculine, it is za. If it is feminine, it is zi. So ha zi or ha zihi. All that is clear. So we will learn more in now that this ha is actually not part of the ism ishara. It is like it counts for tanbih. I hope that is clear. To draw attention. Like I've just to see, hey, your book is on the table, or hey boy, this is see, there's a book on the table. So that hey is drawing attention. People are sitting down and you come and say, hey, everybody should go out. So the time you say hey, all eyes were on you, everybody turned towards you, then you give them the command, do this. So when you say hey, you are drawing their attention. That's a similar thing on the ha. This ha is actually not part of the ism ishara. I hope that is clear. It's not part of the ism ishara, but the actual one is the za. Okay, that ha is for tambih. I hope that is clear. So ha he has drawn attention. Ha here z. So this z is like, it is the actual one which refers to the wallet. This is the actual ishara of the wallet, the pointer to the wallet. I hope that is clear. So the ha here is the tambih. So ha here z, it is here. I hope that is clear. Ya ustaz, oh ustaz. Innaha tahta kursiyihi, it is under his chair. Al-Mudarris, the teacher says that khuzha wada'aha fi jaybik, take it and put it in your pocket. So khuzha is from akhaza. Okay, akhaza. So you see the amr is khuz, is just khuz. Okay, akhaza ya'khuzu. Okay, but this one is a little bit different. Okay, but see this one, wada'a, we have seen wada'a. Okay, so the amr will be what? Yada'u, not yawda'u. It will be yada'u, and then the mudore will be yawda'u. That's what the actual one, but normal. Then you remove the waw and it will now become yada'u, not yawda'u, yada'u. It will now become yada'u, and then the amr will be da'. So all those misal verbs, the verbs that begin with harf al-illa, their amr is like that, da. Okay, khuz, okay, sil, hab. You just see them like that. Okay, that's how their amr are. Okay. Now he says that yakumu Yahya wa yasiru nahwa al-mudarris. Yahya stands up or is standing up. Wa yasiru nahwa al-mudarris. Yahya stood up and he is walking towards the mudarris, the teacher. Yasiru is from Sara yasiru, to walk. Nahwa means towards. Okay, nahwa means towards. So he's moving towards the teacher. Al-mudarris, the teacher says, kif ya wulaid, stop, oh child. So the verb here is waqafa. Waqafa means he stood. If I'm sitting down and I stand up, that is waqafa. The verb has two meanings. One is if I'm sitting down and I stand up, that is waqafa, for someone to stand up from his sitting position. Another meaning is if someone is walking and he stops walking, at once he just stopped, or a car is moving and at once it stopped. You can see waqafat is sayyara. I hope that is clear. Waqafa means for something to stop. Another meaning is for someone sitting down to stand up. So stand up, he stood up, or he stopped walking, or he stopped movement. That is waqafa. Two meanings. I hope that is clear. So waqafa, you see it is beginning with wow, and that means it is a harful. It is from it is a fi'l misal. It is a fi'l what? It is a fi'l misal. It's from the misal verbs. Okay. Now he says that. So the mudari is going to be yawqifu. Then you remove the waw and it will be yaqifu. And then that will be the mudari, and then the amr will be what? Kif. I hope that is clear. So kif ya wulaid, oh young boy. Wulaid is something that we call ism tasghir. If you can remember, I don't know whether we did ism tasghir. Okay, where you have it comes on the pattern of fa'ala fu'il. Okay, like if I see like this. Okay. Fa'ala. This is fa'ala. So if I want to do ism tasghir, I will say fu'il. Fu'ilun. Okay, and then here is okay. So if something is on the pattern of fa'ulun, if I want to do the ism tasghir means belittling. So if I want to say, let's say waladun means a boy. If I want to say a small boy, I will say wulaid, wulaid. So it is initial waladun, fa'ala, on the pattern of fa'ala. So waladun, I will say wulaid. That's what he says here. Kif ya wulaid. I hope that is clear. So we call it tasghir. Tasghir means belittling, something that's more of it. So ibn means a child. If I want to say a small child, okay, bunay, okay, ya bunay. I hope that is clear. Another example is rajulun. If I say rajulun, a man. If I want to say a young man, I'll say rujil. So you see it a lot. Suhail. Okay, you see sahlun. That's someone's name. Mostly when you have twins, the small one, they will call it Suhail. Sahlun and Suhail. That's the ism tasghir. Suhail. Sahlun, Suhail. All that is clear. Qabla means before. So, but if I want to say a little before, okay, a little ago, I'll say Kubil. Okay, qabla, Kubil. So that is ism tasghir. Ism tasghir is, it comes on this pattern. Okay, fu'ilun pattern. So that is what he said. Waladun, wulaid, small boy. Meaning he's not just he's a boy, he's a small boy, he's small. Okay. Aina turidu an tazhaba. Where do you want to go? The teacher is asking him. Yahya says that, Ya fadilat al-shaykh, oh virtuous shaykh, arju an tasmaha li bizahab. I wish that you will allow me to go, or you allow going for me. Li anna abi, for indeed my father, ya'ti al-yawma ila al-Madinah, is coming today to the city. Madinah al-Munawwara, of course we know Madinah al-Munawwara, that's Madinah. Al-Mudarris, the teacher says, Mata yasilu huna, where is he arriving here? So yasilu is from wasala, yawsilu, then you remove the waw, it will not be yasilu. So Mata yasilu huna, when is he arriving here? Yahya says that, tasilu ta'iratu min jiddata fi sa'ati wahida. The plane will arrive in Jeddah at 1 o'clock. So that's what Yahya says. Al-Mudarris, the teacher says, Mata wasala abuka ila Jeddah. When did your father arrive at Jeddah? Wasala al-bariha. He arrived last night. Al-Mudarris, izhab bisur'a. Go quickly. Bakiya nisfu sa'atin. It's low it half an hour, that is 30 minutes. Aw aqallu, or less. Aw aqallu, or less. When we say aqallu means less. That is ism tafdil. So we have ahsana. Okay, it's from Hassan. You say ahsana, the best. Okay, then we have kabirun. You say akbara. So the same thing. Okay, it's initially qalil. Then you say aqlalu. So aqallu. When we have aqlalu, you see the last there is repetition, and when there is repetition of the same letters, and that letters are the ayn and the fa. Let me write it and see. If I have fa'ala like this, okay. So if the ayn like this, if this ayn and the lam are the same letters, okay, if they are the same letters, there will be idgham. Example, I have something like this: marara, okay, marara, a verb called marara. It will now become marra. They will turn to one word. Okay, like this. Marra. The two letters will do idgham. They will join together and then to become one. So it is initial marara and then you join them. So that's what I'm saying. If the last two root letters, the ain and the lam kelima, are the same, they will be idgham. So here it is initial qalilun, but if you put it on the scale of ism tafdil, like we have learned, Hasan, ahsanu, qalil, qalil, aqlalu. So you see, aqlalu, like this, aqlalu. You see the last two, they are the same, so you join it and it will now be aqallu. You put shadda, you remove one and put shadda on the other, so aqallu. Okay, so that's what he says, or less, and that means less. Ism tafdil. Isma, he said, listen. Arju an ta'ti bi abika ila bayti. I wish that you bring your father to my house. Ata yati, it means to come, but when it comes with bi, ata bi, it means to bring. Okay, to bring. So an ta'ti bi, I wish that you come or you bring your father ila bayti, to my house. Yahya says, Insha'Allah, sa'atika bihi gadan ba'da salatul asr. I will come with him, or I will bring him after salatul asr, Insha'Allah, tomorrow. So that's what he said. Alhamdulillah, Inshallah, we'll pause here and then we'll continue in the next lesson. We'll do the tamarin, the exercises in the next lesson, Inshallah. We don't want the lesson to be too long. It's already long. So we'll try to pause here and then we'll continue. Please, if there's any concern, try to draw our attention so that we'll clarify for you. You can send us an email, Inshallah, we'll respond to you with any ambiguity or any clarification that you need. Jazakumullahu khairan wa barakallahu li wa lakum fi Qur'an al-Hakim wa nafani wa iyyakum bil ayati wa zikri hakim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.